you know them. They've offered to essentially, like, not distract you from what you're doing, but just kind of, like, just ask questions. So it's just kind of been like I'll show up on this day, I'll come here for, like, an hour or two, maybe, to ask you a couple of questions about, like, what you know, like, what you know, like, from the past day or two, or something like that. Just to test your memory, essentially.
Okay. What does this person look like?
They are... How tall is Nahbi?
Nahbi is 5'3", but she hunches over, so she's a lot smaller. She looks a lot smaller.
Okay. This guy's about probably... He's tall. Probably about shoulder-length hair, blonde, ties it up. Little blue hairband.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10 on Angie's list, okay. Blonde dude, okay.
Let's fucking see, actually. I can get this right now, actually.
So this punk bitch shows up and says, I'm gonna show up at this date, and I'm gonna ask you some questions.
It didn't work like that.
Not as suspiciously?
No, not at all.
Oh, excellent.
You probably met up before. You probably got talking before, like there's probably other people that were involved with this. You can't remember.
Okay.
You just remember that this is part of your routine now.
That's fair.
Like, you just kind of wake up, do your thing, and then once every few days or so, whenever you think it's been a while, there he is.
That's fair. Party at my house. Bring notebooks. Alright. Well, that's fine then. She'll accept that.
Alright, I'm gonna put you here.
Oh. Damn. Where in Japan is this?
This is where you are. Obviously not less shit, because you live here.
Oh yeah, excellent.
But, like...
Yeah.
Honestly, I tried looking up, like, creepy house in the woods, because that's where you fucking are, and there was nothing that looked relatively, like, sound. So I'm like, well, we're just gonna have to go with the nicest looking one.
Damn, she's got a long way to walk. This is where she lives. Gotta get to town, gotta steal food. This is fine. Alright, nice.
And, back on subject about the, person that shows up to ask questions, today is the day that he does.
Nice. Now listen here, camera operator. Nahbi would definitely pass inspections. She'd pass right through them, you wouldn't even see her. Okay. She's ready. And by ready, I mean she's fucking asleep.
Do you sleep in the attic too?
Yeah, she has a little bed up there with books all around and shit.
Okay.
She doesn't really touch anything downstairs. She just looks at the stuff, leaves the dust.
So are you, like, 100% asleep right now?
I don't think she's ever 100% asleep.
Okay. Do me a favor then, and roll a perception.
I would love to.
As you're just kind of, like, in that in-between state of asleep and awake.
Did I already make it? Oh, yes, I did. 5!
My lordy. Okay. You're in half state of awake in sleep, and it's like everything's so quiet, and then all of a sudden you just hear like a on your front door, and it just like everything, just every other noise you just heard, like it doesn't fucking matter because that's where it came from. That is your front door, and that is right underneath you, like that completely underneath you. You know exactly where it is.
Yeah. Her eyes just snap open.
Now you are awake.
That's what she wants you to think. Okay, so she will sort of slowly pull herself up. She kind of will slinky. Slide over to the window. I'm assuming there's a window here. She can look outside. So, yeah, she'll just climb out. God, I need to stop talking Canadians, man. So, claim out. She'll go out, onto the top and just sort of hang her head off the side so she can have a look.
Okay. I like to imagine the layout's not quite like this. I like to imagine like the door is kind of probably underneath your window there.
Alright, and then she's just gonna hang.
The person that you were waiting for, he looks like he's already been waiting for you to do exactly that.
Oh.
Because he knows you well enough, to the point where he knew exactly that you were just gonna slide and just dangle off there.
Can I empathy him for just general?
Yeah, go ahead.
What up? How you doing, buddy? 3.
Okay. You look at him, and there's days where he's easier to read than others, and you don't know if that's just because you're remembering him better, or if it's just because he's just hard to read. But today, he just seems pleasant. He seems like a rather nice man who you know vaguely. You know of him, but it hasn't gotten to the point right now to where it's like, oh, I know exactly what he's thinking.
Okay.
And so right now he just looks like he's just happy to have company.
Okay, she'll just give him a smile. Point at the door.
He'll sign to you like, that was me.
She nods. She points at the door again, and then sort of signs back with, just come in.
He'll nod and then he will enter. Do you meet him downstairs at all?
She will wait at the top of the steps and watch him come in. See what he does.
You do that, and he steps in. He takes out the coat he has, puts it on the nearest object that can hold it.
She just watches and yeah, just keeps a very sharp eye on him.
Okay. He looks up at you, and then he signs to you. Does he sign to you?
If he looks like he's about to sign, she will hold up her hand, point to her ears, and point to her mouth. And then sign back. You can talk. I can hear.
Fair enough. That's what he says.
She just smiles.
I always forget about that. Anyway, hello again. Been a little bit longer since the last time I showed up. I apologize.
She just watches. She says absolutely nothing, just watches. Oh shit, I should have... Oh, sorry. Remind me, for non-confrontational social roles, I have a minus to my rolls.
Okay. He gets out a fresh book of paper, pretty much, like a fresh sketch pad or whatever. He's just like, okay, so do you want me to come up there, or do you want to come down here? Doesn't matter.
She glances at, like, around, sort of, as far as she could see in the hallway, and she just pats the step that she's sat on, and then makes room.
We'll come up there and take a seat next to you. He just kind of hands over the sketch pad and the materials that he has. You obviously have more than he does. He probably has like a pencil, a pen, and like an eraser, but like you have so much more. So feel free to go grab anything.
Yeah, she kind of looks at it, sort of takes the pad, but she hands back the pencil and the eraser, and scuttles off. Comes back with a different pen.
Ah, that's right. Yes, you have your own. I always forget. My memory's bad myself, actually. Don't know if I've told you that.
She just looks at him, and then I'm just gonna say that her speaking is just her signing. So she just says, "It's like, do you think your memory's worse than mine?"
There are days where I think it is, but I don't know.
Should I be coming to visit you instead?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm fine.
What did you need?
Well, same reason I'm always here, just to see if you remember anything from the last few days. If so, you can draw them if you want.
She nods and she begins drawing the people and places and a sweet wrapper. It's just little things that she's seen.
Do me a favor and roll a witchcraft for me.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Yeah, no, I will.
I would. I'll do it.
Drawing specialty, go!
Yes.
This
Get that +1.
Shit. Never mind.
Fuck yes. Okay. You paint a rather detailed picture of your last few days. And it actually kind of surprises this man, because before, you've given him pretty detailed stuff before, but this isn't quite like the detailed stuff you've given him. Like, this is like, he can paint exactly the type of picture that you saw. Like,
I've been holding out on this man.
Yeah, like, he knows like exactly what you did that day because of how detailed you made that, and like exactly what you saw.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm gonna say you remember probably. You remember approximately about the last, at least until last week. So like. The date of the current date, so like let's just say this is like in-game time. Let's say that it is April 20th. You would be able to remember everything from the 13th.
Alright, yeah, for a week or so. She's very pleased with herself. It's when she does come to a stop. When she's finished. So she signs and says, do you need this for anything?
Just for my records.
What records?
He stops.
She smiles.
And he's just like, I shouldn't really say records, honestly.
But you did. Care to elaborate?
Yes, I did. I should have phrased it as more of a, let's just say, a token of appreciation.
But she did. Sorry.
I like to keep things that people make for me.
And who are you?
Do you want to roll an empathy?
Fuck yeah, I want to roll empathy. How confrontational are we feeling today, Nick?
Probably right now.
Oh, really? Nice. She probably doesn't seem it, but she's watching. 1.
Reroll.
Fucking nanny? Okay. 3.
Okay. He doesn't look right to you. You're watching him, and every other time he's been here, he hasn't had this aura about him. But today, there's something off. It's not malicious, it's just something's bothering him significantly.
She reaches out and pokes him with a nail.
He looks over at her.
She looks him over and pats his head. Tell me.
Excuse me for one moment, and he gets up and goes down the stairs and opens the front door and steps outside.
She's not letting him out of her sight at all. She'll keep a distance, but she's not letting him out of her sight.
Oh, so you're following him?
Yes.
Are you trying to remain undetected while doing this?
Sure, let's try it.
Alright, roll a dex stealth for me.
Will this count as shadowing?
Of course. Actually, yeah, it would, because
4. I have 10 dice. Look at me, bitch.
You're straight up following him. Alright, yeah, you tail him out the door. You're not outside, but you're just kind of like in the doorway. And not even that, like you're kind of watching from a window. He didn't shut the door, so you can look out the window and still hear him.
Alright, cool. She will listen.
You see him appear to be talking to himself out there. He starts off with, I don't want to do it. Look, alright? The whole reason I did this was to get information from way before. Alright? And the second I came in here and actually started doing my job, it just got... I don't want to do that. Alright? Do you understand that? Fine, fuck. Look, alright? Alright, cool. Awesome.
She taps on the window.
He fucking jumps. Turns around and he's like, we'll talk later.
She's just smiling. And she taps the head. I think I know where your memory went.
Yeah, he also smiles. And he comes in and he goes, okay. So, I may have just been fired. But that's okay, because I was planning on being fired anyways. Would you consider us being friends?
Just
acquaintances.
Just a little backtrack. Was he on the phone or talking to himself?
He didn't seem to be holding a phone.
Okay, she's gonna look at him for a little bit longer. May I roll another empathy to see if this is the same person that I was talking to earlier? Or is that clear?
Oh no, this is the same person. Like
Okay.
you watched him the entire way out there. Nothing changed.
But he was talking. So I only heard his side.
Yeah.
Okay. She just looks at him. And then decides fired by who?
Give me one moment, and he reaches down onto his shirt and pulls out like the tiniest little like object in his hand, and he just kind of squishes it in between his fingers, and you hear a little crunch. And he's just like, now they won't hear it. If any people I just worked for they thought that by using me, somebody who also significantly has memory loss, that they could send me in to ask you about what you know. And they thought, hey, try getting stuff out of her that she might know. And I kept telling myself that this is what I need to do, but I couldn't do it. Didn't feel right.
What do you need?
I didn't. He takes a second, kind of looks at the floor for a bit, and he looks back up. How far back can you remember? If at all?
Two weeks. Maybe. I'm signing this as I'm speaking. This is so weird. But I'm doing BSL, not ASL.
Okay. He just is like, okay. Well, it's not exactly what they want to hear, but that's good that you can only remember that much. At least, for now. At some point, I would love to see your memory back completely. But right now, I would not be in your best interest to remember everything yet.
She says nothing for a moment. She's still smiling. And she jabs him in the chest. Points at where the broken listening in thingy, the bug was. Points at him again.
Oh, that.
And just signs who.
My quote-unquote employer.
Who?
You ever heard of a name called Cheiron?
She shakes her head.
Thought so. They're think of it like a globally omnipresent scientific company. And for some reason, they want your memories, or anyone related to that project. That's why I'm here.
If you work for... And she slowly signs out all the letters for Cheiron, asking if that's correct. Has she spelled it right, sort of thing? I assume she would.
Yeah, he's like, yes.
Like, if you were Cheiron, and you knew where I was, why not come get me?
Because unlike them, I have my humanity left.
You've been here before. They know where I am.
They don't know exactly. That thing can only pick up audio. Doesn't know exactly where you are. I made sure to keep things very vague.
How did you find me?
You might not remember, but it was a time when you were wandering. We found each other.
Are you safe?
That's subjective. To them, I'm safe. To me, not so much.
Would you like to stay here?
Before I answer that, let me tell you something rather quickly. So now that I've crushed that, I did work for them, yes, and I do have memory loss, but I need you to see these. And he reaches into his back pocket, and pulls out a set of pictures. And they seem to be really professionally done. Like, this is a really, really high-end camera.
She's not looking at them until they're specifically shown to her. She's just staring at his face.
Okay. And he gives them to you. And they seem to be pictures of the surrounding area. But then you see, in a direction that I don't think that probably wouldn't remember going in, honestly. You remember vaguely there being a building off to the northwest. But you don't quite know exactly. But you look at it, and this looks like the same area.
Can you say that again?
This looks like, well, essentially that picture that he showed you, the one that seemed kind of off to you, because you know that there's a building in that direction, but you can't quite grasp it.
Oh, okay.
You look at it, and it looks like about the area that you're in, like the same type of woods that you're in, but not quite.
Alright.
Like, there's less trees in there, but there is a building not far out. And it has a logo on it.
A logo? Is it my lads at Cheiron?
It is.
Woo! Pew pew pew! Yieldy burner.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
And he kind of points at that one, and he goes, "That is close. A lot closer than I would like to admit."
She just blinks at it.
And I might have gotten angry at them. And I might have let something out. They don't know it yet. But something is loose. And this whole area will not be safe within the next, and he kind of looks down at his watch, 10 minutes. So
she just throws the pictures to the side and then signs. What is it?
He kind of goes over there, scrambles, picks them up,
and then signs sorry.
He's like, no, that's okay. To be honest, I don't really know why I took these, to be fair. Honestly, could have just told you.
She just taps her head. Pictures are nice. Saves memories. And then looks at them again and is like, "Can I keep one?"
Yes, of course. Which one? He kind of like holds them all out again.
And she will... So they're just pictures of the Cheiron building?
Well, there's the one that's the picture of the Cheiron building, and then the rest of them look like it's basically a trail. So it's like leading from the base out into the woods, and then like around the immediate area of your house.
Okay.
However, there is not a picture of your house.
She takes the Cheiron building, something that looks nice, like aesthetically pleasing on other trails. She probably like, I know that, and one that's just like the trashiest kind of picture that there is, if she can find one. You know, like when you just like sort of move too fast and you just blur the image.
Yeah, there's probably. Should we actually roll to see how quality these pictures are.
Goodness me. Actually, I should probably write this down. She's taking that.
They're not terrible. I mean, the camera itself that it was taken on it's fucking beautiful. Like, you can't really mess that up.
Oh, okay, it's one of those nice self-fixing ones that only I can use, because if I use anything else, I'll just bullshit it. I am so bad at taking pictures, my god. It's a chiral building, forest, trail, and okay-ish picture.
He just kind of looks at you and he's like, yeah, I don't like them. I never really did like them. I've tried to escape many times from them. They keep bringing me back, and I feel like that's the source of why my memories keep disappearing.
She taps him on the nose, points at her head again, and gives him... She's still smiling, but like her eyes are like, "You're not answering my question." Kind of like...
What was the question?
The question was, what is it that he let loose? She'll reiterate. What is it?
Something very dangerous that you don't want to run into.
You know that blinking gif?
Oh, yeah.
She's doing that. She's doing that. And reiterates, what is it? Or would you like it to be a surprise?
So,
She smiles.
Please don't stay around. I want you to leave. At least for the next... Let me think. He sits there for a second. He's just like, okay, I don't have time to think. Let's just say it's many things. It's many, many things that are dangerous. I don't know what they are, but I know it's bad, and it's not good.
She just looks him over. Gives him this look. And,
God damn it. If you want to empathy him to see if he's hiding anything from you, you can.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna fucking Can I wit subterfuge him? See if he's lying about anything.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think he is lying, but I want to check anyway. And then I'll empathy. 3 for lying. Oh yeah, she'll draw it. She'll quickly scribble it. Fucking... I'll roll for that too while I'm at it.
Oh my god.
It's her best rendition of this meme.
Oh my fucking god. So in relation to you detecting lies,
yes.
You kind of see... You don't see through him, but you'd be able to see through any wall he put up, and there is no wall that's being put up.
Okay, well there's my empathy.
He genuinely doesn't know what it is, or what, like, when it's coming, or whatever the hell it is. And with your empathy, he seems legitimately worried about you. Like, he doesn't want you to get caught up in this.
She signs, "Smart man." No context.
He just kind of like squints, like, huh?
And then her smile just grows. It's like, you let something free, you don't know what it is or when it's coming. Smart man. It's a joke. I'll be fine.
It takes a second, because he just kind of looks at you like, and it just, oh! And he's like, you don't plan on staying here, do you?
She looks around. Looks in the other room. It's like, Well, nothing is of value. She looks at the door. Is like, could lock it, hide upstairs, go to sleep, and this all will be over.
He looks concerned.
She smiles.
Please, I don't want you out here in this area when that thing's out here. It won't be good.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Sure, actually.
Oh. So you don't mind being here when there's things running around?
Darn it, you distracted me again. I need to go.
Yes.
Keep the kettle on, though. I will be back if things die down.
They will.
If
they always do.
And he just kind of like, before he leaves, he just kind of spins his ass around and kind of comes back. And he's just like, before I leave, if you hear anything that doesn't sound right, try not to make any noise. You're very good at that already, so I trust you to do that, but don't let it know you're around, and it might leave you alone.
You're not going to try and convince me to go with you.
Your mind seems to be made up.
The mind is never made up.
That's fair. I've asked you a few times, and you seem to want to stay. I won't stop you, so I'll tell you how to at least evade it for the time being. Within the next few hours, it should not be an issue anymore. Just, it will be around.
She draws on a fresh piece of paper with like a little fish, and hands it to him, and writes down Hayaki and says, "Get me some. The day has been different. Let's have some fun. See you for tea."
I will see what I can do.
There's a nice man who gives me this. You'll find him.
Of course.
Food. Peace.
And he kind of, I like to imagine he kind of had, like, he didn't have like a backpack per se, but it was more like a satchel. And he pulls out of his satchel, he pulls out a mask that resembles a hawk. And he's just like, this keeps me safe. If you see anybody else wearing this, it's not me. Things don't bother me when I wear this. It's like they're afraid of me. I don't like it.
What can I call you?
Takara.
She writes that down, and she leans. What is he wearing? Suit or anything?
It's not a suit. It's more, probably has a sweater, a light jacket.
Does he have pockets in the front or anything?
Probably.
She puts her favorite pen in his pocket. Be safe.
I will certainly try. I might even show you the nice cameras I picked up the other day.
I would like that.
He smiles. And he's like, you should also be safe.
Always the fucking camera. Sorry.
And he turns around and he doesn't sprint, but it's more of a light jog.
There he goes. Phantom Thief. She gives him a little mock salute as he goes. All mock serious to herself and just... She slowly closes the door, locks it, closes any blinds, not that she needs to, they're all shut. And skedoodles back upstairs.
Okay.
Which direction does he go? Just a random direction into the forest, or...?
Out, where your door was, just a straight shot out from your door, out.
Damn, alright. Okay.
So just like if you were just to continue going straight from your front door, that's the direction you went.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, she'll just go back to her room. She might pass by the kitchen, just look at it, not touch anything, go back upstairs lazily, curl up in bed, her little bed on the floor, and wait.
And you do so. A few hours go by, and it turns, the light starts to dim as the sun slowly starts to set.
I like to think when she's waiting, she's drawing the entire everything that just happened. She's writing it down in her little books and stuff.
Okay. You do that. It has been recorded.
Nice.
And I need you to roll a perception. You just kind of...
Alright.
Doing your thing.
5. God. Wait.
What?
3.
Oh.
Yeah, don't mind me.
I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I'm a dumbass. Okay, so the first perception I rolled was a fucking...
It's fine, don't worry about it.
It's fine, it's fine. I got 3 anyway, okay.
Alright. You're kind of sitting there. You've been kind of listening, because Takara told you to just, like, if you hear anything, just be quiet. And so you're just, out of curiosity, you're just like, what is it that he meant?
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of sitting there, and all of a sudden you do start hearing something, and it doesn't sound like any of the local wildlife. It's not a cry, it's not a call or anything that the animal makes or anything like that, or any animal that you know of. It has a different weight to it than the other animals in the area. Like,
okay.
you get some larger sized animals come through here, but this one, you can tell there's something much bigger in here now than you've ever known in this area.
Okay.
Do you take a peek? Or do you keep listening?
She will listen as much as I really want to take a peek.
Okay.
This bitch. Yeah, I'll listen.
Roll the perception for me.
She just sort of lays down on her back and listens. How much willpower do I have? Not much. Let's not use it yet. 5. God damn.
Nice.
Me with my senses.
You start to slowly hear it get closer and closer until it's, like, not outside your house, but it's in the little clearing that your house is built on. And it is loud. When it steps, it doesn't... When it steps, you can kind of tell that it has difficulty moving the way it does, because you hear it have kind of an irregular foot pattern, where you hear the regular 2 steps, and then you hear a third that every once in a while it just kind of erratically steps down, so it's more like like it sounds strange and unnatural.
Alright.
Do you keep listening?
Yes.
Alright. With your 5, I will say that it doesn't leave the area. In fact, you can kind of hear it circling around your house. Not that it's looking for anything. You can't tell if it is or not, though, without actually looking. But
alright, GM, I see how it is.
No.
Let's go. Let's help. No.
Let me finish this thought.
I'm getting like. Yeah.
So it's circling around your house, and then eventually you hear it just kind of stop, and you don't hear it anymore. You don't hear any footsteps. You don't hear any steps, anyways.
We're both rolling perception at each other. Okay. So, just nothing? Just nothing? For a while?
It's more just you hear. Okay, I should probably say that you hear it just kind of step, and then you hear one loud like step, and then it just kind of stops.
Did that step sound like when someone's trying to creep about and they just step on a creaky floorboard and they're like, "Oh shit!" kind of step?
Not really.
All right.
It's just if something just kind of flopped.
All right. Okay. Curiosity has been piqued. She slowly gets up. And slowly goes over to the window. Listen. Satisfaction brought it back. Okay, I'm gonna fucking stealth my way over.
Oh, you're getting out?
She's getting up from her bed and she's gonna go. So.
Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving your fucking window. I'm like, oh, we're doing this already.
Listen, we'll get to that.
Alright.
I was just getting to the window first, alright?
Okay.
Take it in steps, buddy. Take it in steps. Here we go. So, it sounds like it was outside on, like, porchy area sort of thing?
I wouldn't say, like, on the porch, but it's, like I said, it's around the area that your house was built on, so it's around the clearing.
Alright, so I would be able to see it if I looked out the window, sort of thing.
Yes.
Alright, would shadowing count? Not really, but... technically.
You peek out there.
Wouldst thou like me to roll?
Let's see. You just roll me a basic perception.
Oh, okay. 3.
Okay.
I was going to say for the stealth, so I don't make a noise, is what I meant.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just make that 3. Your stealth.
Son. Fuck no.
Fine, then roll your stealth.
Fuck. 3.
Well, looks like I guess we got fucking 3 anyways.
Listen, 5 dice to 9. I wasn't.
That's fair. That's fair. But still, 3 successes is 3 successes.
Alright,
The dice have commanded it.
You got me. Lay it on.
You peek out there and you do it rather quietly. Actually, you make sure that you make sure to avoid the really creaky floorboards that are up in the attic. And you peek your head out there, and what you see should not, at least to your knowledge, anyways, which with the
limited knowledge.
with the local wildlife that you see, kinda, you have a few drawings of them. This thing looks nothing like any of them at all, actually. to paint a picture for the player specifically instead of Nahbi, this thing has, like, let's just describe it as, like, it has the head of a deer, essentially, kind of melded into what appears to be a body of a rather large animal with a few appendages that shouldn't belong. Can't quite tell what those are, nor do you really want to find out. But you see, as you look at it, it looks rather long and spindly. But for some strange reason, when it walked, it carried a sense of weight behind it. And then you kind of look at its legs and you're like, oh, that's why, because it has, like, legs that are rather large, and they don't quite fit with the rest of this creature. No.
Oh, okay.
It's more just, like, probably from, like, the midpoint of its leg down, that it gets to the point where it's like, this looks really dangerous. Like, this looks like if you stepped out there and it clawed you with those, it would probably fucking maul you.
Alright, so back legs of claws?
That, and you kind of look at the front ones too, and they're not, like, completely muscular like that. Like, they're not, like, to paint a picture, it has, like, the legs of what appears, like, the lower half of what appears to be, like, a bear. And, like, the top half resembles a deer and something else. Can't quite tell what that other thing is, though.
He's wearing boots. Alright. Okay, so I'm glad that you, like, elaborated on it's got weight to it, sort of thing. Because I was just sat here, like, can you imagine? Like, what kind of weight is it? Is, like, it got a limp? Or has he just got this big dick energy just swinging that around? Like, what kind of weight? I'm glad you sorted that one out for me. Alright, so it's like, a fucked up chimera.
There is another, like, what looks like a leg sticking out where, like, another leg should be. But it, like,
it's dragging.
Yeah, well, it does, and every once in a while you see it kind of twitch.
So, has it just stopped and it's standing? Or is it flopped?
It appears to be as if it's laid down.
Alright, it's time to rain goblins. I'm gonna jump on it and rip its head. No. Boy, I wish I could do that! Alright. She will lean over to the side. She's got mountains and mountains of books and things. Pick one up. And man, you said paint a picture twice, so let's see what I can do with that. I'm gonna draw it. Okay.
Well, what's crafts? What's your drawing?
Shit. It's dark. Never seen this before.
Well, yeah, no. Oh, some of these animals
a little bit weird.
Are like, some of these, right, like what you think are animals, because like some of these, like, you just genuinely haven't seen in this area because they just aren't native to this area. You're kind of trying to draw them, and it's just, you don't really know what you're drawing. Like, this thing looks like something, but then when you look at it from a different angle, it has a different, like, it has a completely different appearance to it.
Has it got anything human on it?
Roll a wits investigation for me.
Ugh. Sure. This is not a luck die, it's just a regular one. Nothing.
You don't know.
Alright.
You don't know if there's anything human mixed in with that.
Because if it was, like, sticking its leggy up real high, but, like, because she draws people all the time, it would be, like, the only rendered thing in that image is just the one human bit. Should be fucking hilarious, man.
If there is anything human in there, you can't even recognize it with all of this.
That's valid. With all that. Everything. Okay, yeah, she's just gonna draw it. Just stand there and draw it. Unless it does anything else. She ain't fucking with that.
How long do you sit there and try and draw it? Or what I should say is, how long do you sit and watch it for?
As long as it's there for.
Okay. You sit there for quite a while. I would say an hour, but it feels like it, probably about 50 minutes.
Alright, she's getting better at the drawing.
Okay.
She's sketching it up a little bit.
Yeah, you're looking at it, and the more you look at it, the more you start to understand it. But at the same time, the less you start to understand it, because it's like, how is this even possible? Like, everything else out here doesn't look this bad. Why does this one thing look absolutely terrible?
Does it look like it's sick or hurt?
Roll wits animal can for me.
Oh, balls. That's fine. I'm gonna willpower it. Listen. That's 4 minus 1, 3 plus 3, 6. 3. Oh, I'm not even.
I mean, it looks like it's in pain, but at the same time, when it was walking around and doing its thing, and when you were actually watching it like sit there and sleep, from what it appeared to be, it seemed okay. But it just, every once in a while, you'll hear, like, kind of a loud wheeze come from it. It's loud enough to hear it through your window.
Oh, jeez, that's really loud.
And it sounds like it's in pain. So, it could be.
Can I roll another wits investigation for the parts? See if there's anything human again.
Sure.
Since she's been there a while, I will willpower that one too.
I'll give you a +1 because you've been actually like looking at it for this long.
Okay. So that's 2, 3, 5 dice. 2.
The more you look at it, and the more you observe it, it wasn't just sleeping, it was looking around. It needed a second off its uncharacteristically, like, not
nasty ass feet.
Like its non-proportionate feet.
Yeah.
And you catch it one time as it kind of looks off to the side, and the head of the deer that you saw, you see what appears to be something skull-like sticking out. But this isn't a deer skull, and it doesn't appear to be as if the skin is ripped or torn off or naturally decayed. This seems to be like it naturally just kind of fades into this perfectly, like, I wouldn't say like white, but it's like
polished bone.
It seems like it fades into bone slightly and into like probably around the eye and part of the cheekbone of a human skull, sticking out of like coming out of the side of its head where its second eye would be if it had one, which you notice it doesn't.
Oof. Alright. That's hot. Okay. It's not, but like, you know. Woo! Okay. So, yeah, okay. She's gonna make her a cup of tea, invite it in, biscuits. Give it a shower, maybe. Alright. She's gonna do a little test and slide her window open as quietly as she can.
Roll a stealth for me as you do so.
4.
Reroll.
Fucking what, mate?
Reroll.
Disgusting. Shit.
Well, you get a second chance because you get to reroll again.
What? Alright. Buddy. 5.
I hate to say it, but
No.
again. Fucking,
Don't
this thing is rolling an obscene amount of fucking dice right now. I don't understand why it's tying you so much.
2.
Okay, finally it's over.
Oh.
You gotta open your window, and it opens normally, and you forget to remember that there is a slight creak to it when you open it sometimes, and you did it when Takara showed up, but it slipped your mind when you did this, and you hear it creak right at the end of right as you put it up to the highest it can go. And you see this creature kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say it's uncharacteristically fast of it, because it was kind of moving when it was going around your house. But the second it heard that creak, it just kind of like slinks in, like his head just kind of lurches forward a little bit, and then just kind of starts looking. And then you see it slowly start looking towards your house. It hasn't seen you yet, but it's looking at your house.
She doesn't move.
And you see it slowly get up, and you notice that it's standing on its hind legs.
I'm gonna ride this into battle.
Yeah, you notice when it's standing on its hind legs, as it...
Oh, we got something in common.
As it limps, so to speak. And every once in a while, that third leg that you see, every once in a while, catches it from falling. So, you see it has the feet of, like, the bear, and then this third unknown, leg, which, if you want, you can roll another investigation.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna roll and she's not too invested. Nothing. Not a luck die.
You still don't know what it is. But
I'm chill with that. I don't need to know what his third leg is or is not doing.
Just shut up. It's not that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Every once in a while it'll catch it from falling, and it's much smaller in comparison to the legs that are actually there. But it's strong enough to support the entirety of its weight.
Alright.
As you see it slowly start walking towards your door. As you slowly start to see it go out of view as it goes underneath your balcony. And you can hear scraping underneath your balcony as its horns seem to be scraping against the balcony as it's struggling to find room underneath there to even stand underneath it.
Nahbi just idly thinks to herself, "Ha! I never have that problem." She sits in the windowsill and waits, just listening to it.
I want to have you roll perception as it's basically not in your house. Well, I mean, that works too, because you still don't hear it.
Yeah, she just closes her
Well, I mean,
eyes.
you still don't have to roll for it, because it's here. It's right underneath your porch. And not only that, you kind of hear... Let me roll something.
I feel like she can probably guess the distance and the way it walks in that speed, just sort of mentally picturing it in her mind as it walks along.
And you hear a loud creak and it's not just, I shouldn't say it's a creak, you hear a loud bang as you hear the front of your door getting hit, and this is much louder than anything you've heard knock on your door before. This is very forceful, and it seems like this thing doesn't quite know how to control itself, as the first knock was really loud and you heard like wood splinter.
Like an actual knock?
It wasn't a knock.
Well, pushing, hitting, attacking.
It was, I would say, to make things more spooky, it sounded like a knock, but just very forceful, as if it didn't really know how to control its own strength.
See, you got me there, buddy, because if it's a knock, then Nahbi's gonna go get the door. So, to her, do you think it would sound like a knock?
Roll a wits investigation for me.
I will willpower this.
Actually, no. Hold on, before you do that.
Okay.
I would argue either that or a... Fuck it, we'll just say, like, we're gonna say it's an empathy.
Okay. What's empathy?
You could probably tell the intention behind it if you rolled an empathy.
Alright. I don't know how should I will pass. I won't. 4.
And this was empathy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, essentially, you can kind of tell that, like, if you saw it out there, if it wanted to break down your door, it would have. Like, it has enough strength behind it, in its legs to do that. But this was... This was not like that. Even though, like... Yeah, even though you could tell that, like, yeah, this thing could easily have broken, like... broken the front door completely down. It still took the time to at least try and restrain itself to knock.
Then she will lightly climb out of the window and lean over the edge and knock back and smile.
When you knock, you see it spin, like, as if it was just kind of caught off guard, like it just heard something behind it and it was about to get caught by a predator. And it turns and it looks at you and you get to see all its little nasty details on its face.
Nice. She's smiling at it and she signs, "Come in." Bitch, you thought you were here hunting me. I'm hunting you!
Just kind of hear, like, you kind of see, like, the mouth open, and you hear, like, this low, like, raspy sound come out.
I'm imagining, like, Predator, but more raspy.
Not really.
Okay.
It's like, think of it like The Grudge, but, like, with a deeper voice.
Boy! Alright, let's go with that.
And also, it doesn't sound like a human being.
Oh, I gathered that from the bare boots and the hind legs and the third leg. Yeah, I got that. Nahbi is not discriminating here. She didn't remember shit. Maybe it was just a neighbor, took a nasty fall. Whatever. You know, she knocked back and she smiled and she said, "Come in." So she's just waiting.
You see it just kind of... It's still looking at you. Do you want to roll an empathy on it, now that you get to see it?
Fuck yeah. 3.
It looks like it's looking you over. Doesn't seem to be it didn't seem to understand what you signed to it, because it just kind of looked at you, and it had that same look the entire time you were signing at it.
Alright.
And it just kind of... You can... With your 3, you've seen... occasionally when you've looked out your window, you've seen what some of the local wildlife does out in your front yard. You see predators take on prey. And he's giving you the same look that some of these other animals out here do to their prey. Like, he's just looking at you, and it looks like there's tension building.
She doesn't take her eyes off it, but she leans back, still watching it, grabs a notebook, still watching it, and then writes, "Come in," turns it around and shows it. And boy, if that thing thinks it's giving her a predator look, she's giving it one right back.
Do you want to roll an intimidation?
It's not an intimidating one, it's more of a... I see you. Sort of... I can't explain it. It's not... If you try anything, I'll fucking rip your face off, because clearly she can't.
Okay.
It's more of a... I'm watching you too.
Okay.
She's not smug or confident or fearless. It's just... I am aware of you. But she's doing something else, so I can't. I'll probably find the word for it another time.
I get it.
Studying.
You're doing that, and you see it when you actually wrote it down. It focused on that, as if it was like trying to understand it.
She'll gesture with her hand, just like the come here sort of thing, but to the door. She motions to the door and then does the gesture of come in.
I should probably say that this thing's been doing that low, raspy sound that entire time, like this entire time.
Yeah.
And when you motion for it to come in, just kind of hear it, just kind of like you hear it try and like form something. Like you hear it just kind of like go from unintelligible like noise to it trying to communicate. Like you hear it actually trying to make sounds.
She kind of tilts her head at it. And then writes down some more. And then when she shows the paper, she points at the grass, like just a little bit off, and it's just like, it just says, "Wait there, I will open it for you."
When you go to when you leave its sight,
she hasn't moved yet. She's just waiting to see if it's recognize anything of what she's written.
Oh, okay. It looks at the paper. It looks back at you. Oh my god. And you see it just kind of... I wouldn't necessarily say, like, it doesn't, like, retreat, but it just kind of, like, loosens its posture and shit. Like, it looks less threatening at the moment.
Okay. And she will mimic that, probably unconsciously. She moves like an animal too. And, she waits for it to move. If it does,
you hear its horns just kind of scrape against the porch as you see it slowly move from your front door down to the grass in front of it, and it kind of stands up and looks back up at you. And I should say, this thing is rather tall.
I bet it fucking reaches up there, doesn't it?
It doesn't reach up there, but I would say that, like, the tops of its horns, like, would reach the very top of your porch here.
I'm imagining it's like this.
I don't think it wouldn't be that tall.
Oh,
it would not be 28 feet tall.
Oh, no. I meant, like, picture-wise. If it's on grass, like here.
Yeah.
Here.
So, like, its head is not quite as tall as the,
Because in here, it's
as the thing.
Fucking pain. Yeah. Alright, cool.
The horns make it tall.
Whew. Alright, she will very slowly stand up. Not full height or anything, she's still hunched over like she usually is. And, slowly backs up into the window. She just sort of like ducks her head a little bit, just very slowly, just bows her head as she re-enters the window backwards and closes her eyes just for a moment. And then once she's inside, she gets a fresh bit of paper, a new pen, and as she walks downstairs, she's still slow, like not moving slowly, but she's careful and quiet and I guess graceful. It's a weird. She moves like a slinky, like water sort of thing, but then she moves down to the door. And while she's going, she sort of writes things on her notepad, and one bit just says, "Please come in." The other says, "Sorry that it's not very high." And "My name is Nahbi." Who is it? And then she's writing this down.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And when she gets to the door, she like puts a hand on it to make a first little noise, and then slowly opens it.
You can kind of see it through the door window.
Yeah.
It was still looking up at the window where you left.
Yeah.
And so the second you open the door, it just kind of snaps to the door like, oh.
Yeah, she put a hand on it first to make a little noise so I could see her there, and then opened it. She's been very careful.
Okay, yeah, it does.
And she holds up her notepad, but she steps by the door.
Okay.
And holds up her notepad. So, to reiterate what it says, just says, "Please come in. I'm sorry about the height of the porch." And my name is Nahbi.
Let me roll something quickly. It stares at your notepad for quite a bit of time, trying to understand it.
She waits patiently, keeping a very close eye on it in case it changes.
You hear it again trying to make noise, like trying to make some sort of conversation in the best way it can with the limited amount of speech it has. It's like it's trying to form something cohesive, but it can't. Like it is trying desperately and it just will not work.
She holds out a hand. Gestures it to come closer. And then sort of, she's smiling, and she's still looking at it. She writes down again, "We both have claws." And she just smiles and shows her hand. And then gestures them to come closer again.
When you do that, you write that down, you see it tense up again.
About the claws?
well, just in general, the motion of the hand, and then when you explained it, it tensed up even further.
Oh.
It's not a tensed up as like, oh, it's spooked. It's a tensed up as in, I'm on my guard in case you try anything, so I will fucking gut you.
Oh, okay, that's fine. She just kind of looks at it. And then, slowly, she puts up her hands. She's obviously got the book in one hand, and she turns around, so she's not facing, so it has her back wide open, and she just walks in with her hands up. Just lazily. Leaves the door open.
Can you do that? At any point, as you re-enter your house, do you turn around?
No. She just heads into the sitting room area sort of thing. And sits. And waits. With her eyes shut.
Do me a favor, and since your eyes are shut, roll me a perception.
Alrighty. 3. Wouldn't this be a fantastic time to get a crit fail, trip over everything, smash things, and then get gutted alive? I dare say it would be a charming shit. No, okay.
Well, you go in with your back turned and your eyes closed. You sit down, eyes are closed and all that. And all you can really hear is the sounds of what's around you.
Yeah.
And you hear those same steps. The irregular three-legged steps that this thing takes. But...
Oh, no, I don't know if it broke for me, but the stream died. Oh no, it's still there.
Oh.
It's all good, I think.
Okay.
I can't hear it anyway. Don't worry about it. You're good. Neil, shut up. Sorry, Neil say. Oddly specific.
As you're sitting there, just listening, you hear it kind of speed up, because it did walk a fair distance away from your house.
Oh, wow, okay.
It took a little while for it to get out there in the first place, and so probably a good, 30-40 seconds to get out there. So
damn,
this thing is slow. But suddenly you hear really, really fast movement from this thing. As once again you hear the familiar scraping of your porch, but this time much more intense. In fact, you might even hear a little bit of wood splinter and crack and break.
Did I not? Yeah, okay.
As you hear the same familiar knock, but it's not a knock anymore. This is a straight, I'm breaking the door down.
That's valid. This thing is absolutely valid. Me too, buddy. Alright, she's not moving.
As it rushed forward, and with your 3, you hear it still trying to make noise, but then you hear something. You hear something that sounds like words, but it's only one at a time, very slowly and hard to really make out amongst the different cries in there.
Oof. Alright.
Because you can hear, it trying, it has many animals inside of it, it's part of it. And so, as it goes to call out, you hear it try and, growl. You can hear it, deep in its throat, as you hear it, and it's just, you hear it, kind of very slowly and very as if it's trying to take its time, trying to figure out what each letter in this sentence even means. But you just hear it kind of cry out, and as if, like I said, if it really doesn't even have any volume control, you just kind of hear it screech out like, "Help me!"
Oh!
As you hear it just kind of slowly, I shouldn't even say slowly, it just slowly but surely you see it and hear it get more and more antsy and aggressive as it's moving more and doing more, and you can just feel its presence around you, just moving and causing all sorts of havoc.
Oh boy. Inside the room she's in? Or just around the house?
Oh, it's still in the main room. But it's running around the room right now.
Damn. I haven't been trampled yet. Okay. She, without looking again, just writes down how.
Are your eyes closed?
Oh yeah, her eyes are closed, man. I think I said it when you said something a while ago. Maybe you didn't pick it up.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how you would write it down with your eyes closed.
Well, you have a book, and so you get the pen.
Fair
She can open them a little bit, it's fine. Just write. How? Big writing.
You don't...
Slowly.
You can kind of tell that this thing is not exactly...
It's not in the reading mood.
Yeah.
I get that.
Because it's not even standing still anymore. It is moving. It is hitting things. You hear it just kind of accidentally hitting walls.
Alright, well she's going to face it in its direction and hold it up. Above her head. Just in case, it can, for a moment, read it. If it can't, she'll try something else, but she's just gonna try this.
Do you get up and do that, or do you still sit?
She stays sat, but she'll raise her arms above her head. With the notepad.
Okay. You see it, for a moment, look your way, and it looks at that, and it seems like for the moment that it had intelligible words, that's gone now.
Alright.
Because all it does now is just scream.
That's valid.
It resembles that of a deer.
Alright.
As this thing looks very predatory toward you right now. You can see it. It's no longer haphazardly moving about your house. You see it kind of methodically circling you slowly.
Her eyes
can
are
only
open
move so
now.
fast. Because it can only move so fast, but it's methodically moving now as if it's studying you.
She opens her eyes and she looks at it and watches it. And she turns herself so that her back is not facing it. And
okay.
So she's still sort of sat, but she's sort of half on, half off the couch. Ready to move. But she... I guess, the tension in her isn't...
Okay.
Oh, I love you.
Well...
there's music.
I am gonna have to have you roll your dodge.
I will...
If you are going to roll your dodge, because this thing...
It's coming at me.
It lunges forward at you.
So,
yes.
Tight spaces. I have penalties on that. I don't know. Okay, so am I rolling Dex Athletics?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
do that. Roll next athletics for me.
Would acrobatics help?
Yes.
And would my enclosed areas gain 9 against to retain balance, ignore penalties, speed in tight spaces?
Yeah, sure.
I have no darkness penalties either.
God, this is fucking loud. Fuck.
And I can
Realize
fit
how loud it
through
was.
everything. Okay. So that is 10, 11 with 9 against, bitch. 1, 2, 3.
Christ.
Come at me, bitch!
My fucking god. Now, bear with me as I explain this, because this is badass.
Hell yes,
So-
it's bad.
You foresee it go to lunge at you, and so you kind of back up as, like, right as it gets into mid-swing, and so it fucking tears straight through your couch completely. If you would have been stood there, you would have been torn in half. But you back up, and it leaves just enough room for you to run and slide underneath it and out your door if you want. Do you want to do that?
Okay, real quick for Nahbi, does she know the layout of the land? Is there areas where, like, enclosed spaces, tight places where she can run and hide to, sort of place?
Yes. I would say you would know that. The only one you don't really know is the Cheiron building, because you haven't actually gone in it.
Let's play some hide and seek. She runs out the door.
Alright. So let me finish up that thought there, because you run and slide underneath it, and then with one smooth movement, you get up with the momentum of your slide and fucking book it out your door. And you start running. Do you go anywhere? Do you go any certain direction?
She will head straight for where she knows there's tight enclosed spaces, because she knows she can navigate those really well.
Okay. So
even if it's like little areas in the forest where she can hide under or climb the trees, things like that, just fucking anywhere that she can bounce her ass off and climb things and just get away. But
Okay.
she would want to make her way back towards people. She doesn't care what happens to them. But she knows she can climb more places and hide better there.
Okay.
She wants to play this game.
Okay. So to illustrate how you would know where people are, you would know that essentially the same place that Takara ran and left, that is essentially where the closest place to go is.
Alright.
To, like, actively have many places to hide and shit like that.
Yeah, she'll go.
Alright, and you fucking go. I need you to roll for me a stamina athletics.
Oh shit, okay.
As you are running at the moment.
I guess acrobatics ain't gonna help with this.
Nope.
Alrighty. I got a willpower 5. Come on. 2.
Alright. You're running, and you're keeping pace. Like, you're not slowing down at all. But what you do hear... you hear the sound of three-legged running behind you.
Boy!
It's not caught up with you yet, but you can definitely hear it behind you, and the pace that you're at right now, if you keep going at this pace, eventually it will catch you.
Yeah.
But for the moment, you're outrunning it. It can't move faster than you right now, but it will eventually.
Oh yeah, it will. Can we take half a minute so I can get a drink?
Yeah,
Actually.
actually.
Okay, alright, be right back.
There's some spooky dooky stuff.
I was trying to find the right sounds for this for so long, and I couldn't find them, and I'm so mad because the sounds that I did find were so badly edited to the point where it's like, why even use these? Essentially, have any of you seen Annihilation?
I have not.
Neither have I.
Ooh, well, you should.
But it wasn't on Netflix, so I couldn't.
What? I thought it was.
When I searched, it wasn't.
That's fucking bullshit. Anyways, find it somewhere. Watch it. It's good. There's a creature in there that I based this monster off of.
Yeah, I just checked. It's not on Netflix.
Ugh, stupid.
At some point. Whenever it shows up on something, I can watch it on.
Stupid. Oh fuck. I don't know if it got a physical release, actually. It'd be really stupid if it didn't.
Let me see if it's on Hulu or Amazon Prime. It is on Hulu, and I have Hulu. Okay, I can watch it.
Yeah, watch it please, it's very good.
Alright.
And also you'll get to see the exact inspiration for this monster, and you'll get to see the sounds it makes too, because I pictured the sounds that it makes exactly the same as this thing.
Alright, fantastic. I will watch it.
Such a fucking good movie, oh my god. Sci-fi horror is so good. It goes for everybody too. Watch Annihilation, it's very good.
Is that like an old movie? I feel like it's like early 2000s.
No, that actually came out recently. It came out within a year or two, actually, like 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Okay.
It had Oscar Isaac in one of the roles too, and Natalie Portman.
Okay. I think I remember now.
You might be thinking of Armageddon, maybe?
What y'all talking about?
The inspiration behind this monster, but let's get back into session since you're back.
Damn it, I missed the talk. You fucking talking about Annihilation, though?
Yes.
Yeah!
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Then
Dude, we
you know
talked about this, bitch.
Yeah, then you know the exact monster that this is based off of.
I knew exactly what this thing was based on.
With the help me thing. That's the noise it made. From the movie.
Oh, I love that thing.
Okay, so you are fucking running, right? Completely.
Oh yeah. Woo!
Alright, you run into some deep forest, my friend. It's not this deep. It's not super deep. Not like this. Because I don't actually have a picture of, like...
Nick, you can't say this to my face. I know what this image is.
Look, you're not in my old campaign anymore. This isn't what it means anymore, okay?
Okay.
I'm reusing pictures because
I'm waiting for Tennille to say something. I think autism. I don't know. All right.
But yeah, you're running, and gradually the forest gets deeper and deeper as you hear this thing slowly running and keeping pace with you. And eventually you reach a point to where you see a significant amount of light peeking out from the side.
Ugh.
I shouldn't say the side, from in front of you, as if like the trees are getting thinner and thinner as more light is being able to be passed through.
Ooh, don't like that. Alright. Okay, so if it's thinning out, yes, she will follow it. If there's a clearing, hell fucking no, she's not gonna. She had like plans in her head and what she's gonna do. Now she's just like, eh.
Okay, well, I will confirm. Well, actually, no, roll a perception for me to figure this out.
Alright. 2!
You can tell 100% that this is not a clearing. This is just the edge of the forest.
Okay. Then yeah, okay, she'll keep running.
Alright.
Keep on running.
You do so, and you end up in a kind of small-ish little community. You see buildings, you see roads, you see some cars. You recognize this place because this is kind of the area in which you kind of head off to normally, where you get where that nice man gives you food.
Good. How busy are the streets normally?
At night, when you go out, when you go out, they're actually really, really quiet. This is probably a village.
Gosh darn it. She had half a mind to get this thing run over. Okay. Alright, she's just thinking in her head, mostly run, 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 run. Also, I could hide here. Also, run, 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 and how am I gonna kill it? I don't know how to help it. Killing it would work. Yes? Yes, let's do that. So she's just fucking legging it.
Alright, roll another stamina and athletics for me to keep running.
Alrighty. This doesn't really count as an enclosed space, does it?
Nope, you are in wide open area.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So would this last run get her to buildings and stuff, or is she already
Yes,
near?
you would be able to get into the city now, or into the village now.
Because I would like her to climb also. But I guess that's
if you succeed.
If I succeed.
But if you succeed, you will be in the village.
If you live, you'll live to
If
climb
you live long enough,
building.
If you live long enough, you'll be able to climb.
Alright, let's walk out that. Oh, balls. 1.
You start to slow down because you've been running for a while.
Yeah, she didn't do the whole moving thing.
You don't normally move this fast. You normally kind of move tree to tree, slowly kind of taking in the surroundings.
Yeah.
And so, you're not used to literally fucking sprinting for your life.
Yeah, no, this is not a good day.
And you're doing that, and you are in shape, because you fucking do all sorts of crazy shit. But, everybody has their limits, and you're just starting to hit yours, and you feel it just fucking hit you as... 1 second. As you hear this thing, fucking running, and it's running really fast.
Okay.
And you even hear, 2 more additional limbs hitting the ground, too. You feel like it's running on all 4s now. Or in this case, all 5 of its legs.
All 5s. That's where the 5 guys went.
And you... Have you turned around at all? Or are you just running?
She's running, full pelt, but she is absolutely, her awareness is behind her. And on her feet.
Okay. Well... I'm gonna have you roll a Dex Athletics really quick.
Alright.
To not get hit by this thing.
Would acrobatics help?
Yes, because it just... out of nowhere... I shouldn't say out of nowhere. With the help of its other 2 limbs that it has, it fucking caught up so much faster than you thought it would.
4.
You go to dodge, and you move out of the way just in time to miss it just bear down into the ground that you were standing on, but at the same time you did just get clipped by it. And so I need you to take 2 lethal for me as you feel sharp claws dig into one of your arms, into the side of one of your arms.
Tasty. Alright, okay. Fuck me up, let's go. Yeah, I've added it. This music is my favorite. I love the Prowler, man. It's fucking so good.
But yeah, you got hit.
I got hit. Talk shit, get hit. Alright, would she have made it to the city?
Yeah, just barely. You make it into the outskirts really quick.
Alright, is there a building that I can just...
There is.
Alright. Guess what, buddy? Free climb! So, essentially, climbing surfaces. Okay, so it's a strength athletics to climb,
Yes.
but I also get to roll wits athletics up to the amount of dots I have in this, and add that on to the successes.
Okay.
So 4 times? Oh shit. Alright, so strength athletics is... Does acrobatics help?
Does it?
I don't know, does it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so 3 and wits athletics. I will not count acrobatics for that because I've already used it. 5. And then was 1, 2. Try and catch me now, bitch.
Oh my god.
3.
Okay, so...
4.
What the
Hey!
fuck? Wait, how many times do you roll that?
As many times I have the dots. 5,
You
6.
might have to adjust that, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
yeah, no, definitely.
Holy fucking shit.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
Bye, bitch!
Oh my god, I don't even really know what to do. All I know is that you fucking get to the top of this building in, like, record time, and this thing can't even keep up with you.
We need to talk about this.
Yeah. We need to nerf this really bad.
How about... No.
We'll talk about it after session, it's fine.
God, yeah, no, it needs nothing out the ass. Okay.
Fucking yes. You fucking climb your ass to the top of this building as fast as you possibly can, and it shows because before this thing can even fucking swing at you...
No, it nerfs itself. I'm just dumbass, I can't read. Max 5. Max plus 5. So I'm definitely got the max.
Ugh.
So it's 3 plus 5, so it's 37. No, it's 8. That's maths. 8. I got 8. Okay, we good.
Okay, well, either way, you got a fucking crit. Oh my god, okay. Thank god this thing wasn't as broken as I thought it was. I would have honestly just fucking imploded in my...
She pulls out a gun and shoots it in the head. Alright.
Okay, you fucking scale this building.
Yeah,
record time.
She's done
and
this before.
This thing, as you're climbing the building, this thing is clawing at the sides, trying to climb up there to get you, but it can't.
How high is this building, do you think?
Taller than it can reach.
So if I were to do the whole "Long live the king," it wouldn't die if it fell off, right?
What?
So if it was climbing up and I just sort of kicked it off, it wouldn't die.
No.
It's not that high.
No.
Alright, so no long live the king. Got it. We good. So it's trying to climb its ass up.
Trying to, but it's not working. Roll a perception while you're up here, actually.
Hell yeah, let's do some sightseeing. Woo! 5! Roll 20 likes me tonight.
You look around, and you see the surroundings of the forest, kind of the familiar surroundings of that, the edge of it. All the lights are slowly turning on, because, believe it or not, this really didn't take all that much time. All this interaction. And you see this place slowly starting to die down for the night, and even more so now that you brought this thing into the village. So everybody's kind of like more hurriedly doing this. But the most important thing you see is you see somebody with a rather large rifle to you looking down at it. You didn't even notice him until just now.
Alright, so... Wait, the same building? Different building?
Oh no, this person's at the top of the building. You scaled to the roof. This person's on the roof.
That's fucking hilarious. Alright, cool.
And they just kind of turn to you and they're like, oh, hello.
She waves.
You bring this thing in here.
Nods.
Okay. Good to know. And
Thumbs up.
he looks at you and he's just like, do you have any sentimental attachment towards this by chance?
Just to try it, she signs. Because this bitch is speaking English in Japan. She signs as like... It said help me. But
You
she's
didn't
watching.
know.
And then she smiles real big and says, I brought it here to die.
Whew. Well, you've made my job a lot easier. And
Curses.
you see him kind of aim and fire many times
Oof.
into it as it just doesn't go down, and after probably about maybe 15-20 shots, it finally stops moving.
Damn. She looks over the edge.
There is a bloodied mess of what used to be part of its head on the ground.
She climbs down.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Pauses.
You do know where this came from, right?
Shrugs shoulder.
Well, I have reason to believe that this thing is not really good to be around after it dies.
Signs, why not?
There's a chemical that gets released when things outside of those facilities, when they it pretty much knocks everybody out around it for a long time, so that the people who did see it, they can bring back with them, so that there's no witnesses.
She takes a moment and looks down. Can I roll to remember it? Just as it is. A bloodied mess.
Yes.
So intelligence, composure for memory?
Yes.
Alrighty. Wait. Oh, I rolled one more dice. Okay, so one dice.
Hey, give me 1 second here. But yeah, you do remember it. We'll just go with that. You do take
Alright.
mental note of it, as in, like, I know what you look like right now.
Yeah, she takes a step back and looks at this person.
They seem to be in full military garb. Unlike Japan's military garb, though. Anything like that, they seem foreign to you.
She smiles at this person.
He just kind of looks at you. He's just like, here, if you're going to be around it, he kind of takes off his bag and pulls out a pair of gas masks. He's just like, at least wear this. This will filter that out. You'll be able to walk around down there and be alright.
She takes it and puts it on.
Okay, good.
Still staring at this person. It's like she's waiting for permission.
You roll something. Okay. He looks at you. He's just like, oh, you can go down there. Just make sure don't touch its blood either. Just observe it if you may. If you want, just look at it. Don't touch.
Alright. She makes her way down. No rush. I don't know how she still has a notebook on her, but she probably does.
With your fucking ridiculous amount of successes that you got to scale it, you still have it.
Alright, okay, yeah. And she just gets to sketching.
Okay, you do that. And eventually he meets you down there.
I love it, she's not even wearing shoes, man. She's just there, like, so... But yeah, she sketches that out. Tries to remember it. And then sort of kneels down, looks at it nice and closely, but not obviously close enough to touch.
You hear him over the phone, just like, I have a Cheiron product here for somebody to come clean up. I need to make it back to my division. Then you hear somebody speaking in Japanese, and then he speaks back, and you can hear him. You hear both of them. The one that spoke back was like, "You're really gonna dump us with something again?" And he's just like, "Yep, because I don't belong here."
Oh my god.
He's just like, "Sorry, next time I will clean it up, but I don't have time."
What time of night does this seem like while he's talking?
Probably about Takara came, it was the sun was just about to set. And so
it was a couple of like an hour or so, because this thing was walking around and it stopped for a while and she just watched.
Yeah, so I would say it's getting to the point where it's probably either 9 or 10.
Think any shops are open?
You see some of the familiar lights.
She's hungry. She just wanders off after she's done drawing.
You see him, like, you just kind of walk away as you hear the guy on the phone just like, wait, hold on, and he's just like, I'll call you back, and then he just like hangs up, and you hear him run toward you, and he's just like, whoa, hold on, where are you going?
I'm hungry. I'm going to eat.
Wait here for one moment, I'll get you something. Actually, hold on. And reaches into his bag and pulls out a little Tupperware container.
She just stares at it.
And he kind of like does the motion where it's like, here, take it, but like with the one hand, so he just kind of like moves it forward a little bit, just like, here, you can have it. Fine.
She takes it and opens it.
It's a meal in here. There's like enough for like a full meal to be had. And he's just like, I suppose you might want some utensils. He pulls out like a fork and knife and a spoon.
She hands it back.
Hmm?
She hands it back.
No, that was him.
Oh, okay.
She hands it back. He's just,
And then she signs like, I want chocolate. I'm gonna get some taiyaki.
Oh. And he's just like, hold on. And he looks at your arm, and he's just, your arm, it's a little torn there. Do you mind if I patch that up before you walk into town with Your arm covered in blood?
She looks at her arm. Looks at this person. Just holds out her arm.
Okay, with that, I will be right back. Take like 5, 10,
Okay.
maybe.
Be free.
I love her so much.
She's a gremlin!
Goblin child. She lived.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, fucking Christ. I cannot believe this fucking merit. This is, I tell you guys, I was ready. I was ready for this. Maxing out all the right things. Oof. How are you guys?
Pretty good, considering we just watched you turn off gravity, and then...
Oh,
And then all
God.
this. The theme is fitting.
I like the theme. It's like, doo, 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 doo. It's just like, alright,
A
this
really
is
good
casual.
song.
It's just dopey. It was great. It's like, oh, great. There we go.
Fucking Christ. I love this so much. I'm having a lot of fun. This is funny. Ah, dearie me. God. I was just like, God, it's some Wendigo looking shit. Like, fuck. Chimera. Thing from Annihilation. Oh, goodness. I was really, really ready to just stay in the house and just bounce off the fucking walls because I'm ready for that. Another time. Goodness me. Tennille, you can come in the cool if you want.
The what?
Oh no, Tennille in the chat at the moment. Coda.
Oh, okay.
She's in this room, so. Unless you gotta be quiet. But...
Can
Laggy.
spectators even see the session?
Yeah.
I think
you
so,
can.
yeah.
kind
There's
of.
not a little lock on it. It's not restricted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come aboard the Crazy Kids Club. Yeah. Everyone hop in. This is the last tutorial and we're just wrapping up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm sad I didn't get to like catch the beginning because I was busy with something.
Yeah. I'm really glad someone
Don't
caught
worry,
that the
there'll be
sound
the
was
recording.
off really quickly. That was
Oh, yeah.
embarrassing. I flip Windows 10 updates and janks up all my audio settings and I have to spend like 2 hours fixing everything again.
Oh jeez. Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
Hey there.
Hello?
Hello.
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 Oh,
Well,
I love your
Sounds
comment.
loud.
Yeah, of course you are. I was just like, she's not M, right? And I was like, bitch!
To be fair, I was thinking the exact same thing.
She's not gonna eat the blood, okay?
I don't,
No.
but like,
Okay.
I was just thinking about the journal,
Alright.
because I know at some point in time she and him are the same person.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So I'm just like,
Alright, she's a little classier than M. He's just
specifically said not to touch the blood, and I was like,
yeah, you're just like, yeah. I wonder why we should make that warning at all. He knows me. I'm gonna rub my hands all over it, just fucking rub it.
just wash your hands in its
Have a
blood.
dirt bath. In the Jesus. Ah. God. I cannot believe the luck I'm having with these rolls.
I know,
Dice
right?
rolls are so insanely good.
All these 4s and 5s.
A lot
did
of
anyone even
threes.
get a 5 before this tutorial?
I don't know, but I've got all the 5.
You did. You took them all. Gosh dang it. Now give them back. Share some for the rest of us.
Listen. You can have them in fashion. I need them now.
Wow. Spider-Man up that wall.
God.
I was very concerned when you opened the window.
Yeah, we fine.
Yeah, I was
Just like,
oh no.
Just Nahbi, what do you do? Just gonna casually let a deer
yeah.
monster chimera thingy in your house, I suppose.
Okay, why
No, it's
not?
fine. It was a
No
friend.
big deal.
I mean,
Well,
wouldn't
Nahbi
you?
decided to.
Everyone's welcome here. Her house is open to all. She doesn't use downstairs anyway. She ain't trust that shit. Chimerican Covenant. No, she wasn't. It wasn't as if she thought it was safe. She knew the entire time. She was just like, I could die any second now. It's just like, I'm in danger.
I said that in my tutorial too.
I'm in danger.
God. Essentially, Nahbi she just can't. She's just too tired to give a shit, man. Prudence and sloth doth make a slow individual.
Except for where it matters.
Yeah. She's also prey. She's got lamb in her name. Yeah, try and catch
Nahbi
them.
lamb?
Nahbi
Well,
land.
I thought her.
Yeah,
I
so
thought
she's
her flowers.
and, yeah, it is. But like on her reference sheet before, also it just says lamb in it.
Nice.
She's great. They're both herbivores and carnivores.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Goodness me. What a day! What a day!
What a day.
Woo!
But guys, I'm so excited. All the tutorials are done and session starts.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be tasty. Can't wait for all of us to just interact.
Okay. I return.
I'm really excited for all of your characters to meet because, like, sessions haven't even started yet, and you guys have like this whole history of memes and inside jokes.
Listen, Five Guys is going strong. Okay.
I love
Five Guys
lurking
is
in
very
the chat.
Just
Okay.
chill.
I passed by with Five Guys today, and I thought of you guys.
Aw.
Oh God.
That's great.
All right, let's get back to business.
Okay. So where we left, Nahbi just held out her arm for this man, to patch it up.
This little lad. Yeah.
And that he fucking does. He cleans
Hell
it.
yeah.
He cleans it, patches it up. For the most part, as best as he can do.
She watches.
And cleans it up.
All right.
And it's just like, how about I go get it for you? Stay here and watch this for me, will you?
It's dead. It won't go anywhere.
You never know with these things.
But you do.
For the most part.
And then you watch it.
Look,
She's just
okay.
smiling.
He's just like, look, okay, and he just kind of like crouches down to your level.
Oh, he's one of those, is he?
Yeah, he's very, very tall. Like, let's see, how tall is this man?
He is. I actually wrote that down on the sheet. Appearances.
Okay, but yeah, regardless of how tall he is, he's like,
6'2".
okay, yeah. He gets down to your level and he's just like, look, okay, I understand you want to do all this, but you just kind of came running out of the woods with that thing chasing you. It cut into you, and you've seen it, you've interacted with it. It obviously was following you for something. I don't want you just wandering about in here to have you get lost, okay?
I know this place like the back of my hand. She just points at the back of her hand to emphasize the line.
He grins and he's just like, I'm sure you do, but I need you to just stay here for right now. For 1 second. I shouldn't say 1 second, just until I get back. Which won't be long at all.
I'm gonna
promise.
empathy this bitch. Non-confrontational. That's a -2. 1, 2, 1.
I'm not even gonna roll for this. He's genuinely concerned about this entire situation. He wants you to be comfortable with this, but at the same time, he's also just like, I don't want you going anywhere. Please listen to me.
She gives it a moment, and then says, "Okay," and then continues, sort of pauses. Her hands don't quite lower yet, 'cause she's not done talking, and then she's just looking him over, and then says, "What else are you going to do when you leave?"
That's it. I'm just going to get you what you want and then come back.
I'm gonna detect lie, buddy.
Okay. Do it. He's obviously telling the truth. Like, why would he be lying about this?
She just shrugs. Okay.
Okay. Any preference?
Taiyaki.
Gives you a thumbs up and he leaves. Takes a little bit. Comes back with it. Gives it to you. Here you go.
And she takes it. And continues to watch him. And she's going to empathy again to see if anything has changed since he's gone. Still not comforting. Ugh.
You can't really tell right now.
Alright.
He had the second he came back, he threw on his gas mask.
Okay.
So he's kind of hard to tell what he's feeling through that.
Alrighty. She just watches him.
Right,
Points at the body. This is like, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of hovering over it, not touching it, but just kind of looking it over. Eventually, probably after a good 5 minutes of looking it over, he kind of looks at you and he's just like, okay, I think I'm done here with that. I should probably also say, while he was looking it over, he probably put stuff down. He's just like, okay, I think I've done everything I can here. I suppose since you're the only one who saw that, points toward the dead creature. I suppose since you're the only one who did see that, I guess I can offer you a choice. Because this area, I shouldn't say this area, the company that produced that thing, because it died around this area, it's going to be looking around everywhere to see where and who did it. And nobody in this village is completely armed. In fact, it took a lot to really get this in here, and he kind of lifts its gun up slightly. It took a lot to get this in the country. And they're going to look to the closest person that can find that, and they're going to be asking everybody. And I don't know if you live in this village or out further away, but I know there's a base in the woods. Pretty close to this village, in fact. And so pretty much everybody in this village is in jeopardy of being taken by them. You can either stay here and possibly get taken by them, and God knows what'll happen. You'll probably end up like that thing. Maybe not dead, but turned into something not human anymore. Or you can come with me, and we can stop them from doing that to other people.
Who are you? She says, sitting down on the ground.
My name's Elias. I work for a organization that deals with supernatural creatures such as that. It's not necessarily always chimeras, but supernatural creatures nonetheless. Stuff you hear in fairy tales. Stuff that you hear passed around. And nobody ever believes it. Stuff like
Because
that.
you kill them.
Kill them, restrain them, suppress them, things like that.
A shame.
It is a shame sometimes, but the ones that do show themselves into the visible eye of society typically don't mean well. That's why we're always sent out to take a closer look. I heard reports from this village of there being people missing. Occasionally, it was somebody who was missing from this village. And they heard some unnatural sounds coming from the woods, and so I was called to set a post here and keep watch at the edge of the forest to see if anything came out. And lo and behold, you did with that.
Shame you didn't go in.
I would, but that would be in its element. I'd rather it venture out of its element, which you managed to do that way. Which, you're very brave for doing that, I will say.
She gives a thumbs up and then points at her mask. Can I take this off now?
Let's move away from this thing, because now we can... My crew will be out here shortly to clean this up. Let's get out of here, actually. Whole village is going to probably be clamoring any second now to figure out what happened.
She sighs and stands up, as if it's such a chore to stand up. And she just starts walking into the woods.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm sorry. He follows you back in there.
When she deems it far enough away, she just pulls off the mask and just holds it out.
He takes it back and he takes off his own thank you.
And she just eats her food. And she keeps walking.
So, what do you say?
She pauses, not walking, but she pauses eating to sign. I don't say anything, I don't talk.
He blinks. He's just like, okay. I see. He's just, I see. Sign yes or no for me, if you're interested in doing that. He just kind of stops and he's just like, okay. I know you can understand me.
She's just smiling and eating.
I know you know what I meant.
She keeps eating, and then when she's done, she's like, what do you say? And then gives him a look for a second, and then makes a drinking tea gesture. And then question? As in, would you like some tea?
I would, but I'm very busy at the moment, actually.
So am I.
Being chased by supernatural creatures.
Oh no, that's over. I just need to pack my things. I'm sure you can wait and have a cup of tea in the meantime.
He takes a second, because the way Nahbi signed it at first, he was just like, oh. And then you were like, I'm gonna pack my things. He just kind of like, it takes a second for him to register what he just like understood. And he was just like, oh, okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't.
She is fucking with him. Right, okay.
Yeah, he's just. Oh, yeah, no, okay. I will gladly have a cup of tea with you. Actually, I could use a little bit of wind down time.
She just sort of chuckles and then I guess leads him back. And before she goes back up to her room to like literally collect like her notebooks and stuff. She's got so many there and she's just like, I can't leave these here. She comes back downstairs. She has those pictures that she had earlier from Takara and she puts them down. It's Cheiron building. She points at it.
He sits there for a second and his mouth just kind of opens and he goes to say something, but then like nothing comes out and he just shuts his mouth again. He's like, you do know how close this is to this place, right?
She nods.
Ah. Okay. I do like your drawings though. Very detailed.
She gives a big smile.
Do you do this to wind down, or is this a hobby?
I have to remember. I exist to remember.
Oh.
Why do you exist?
That's a good question. One that I don't necessarily have an answer to. I guess if I had to, I'd say I exist to help others.
Live for kindness.
Yes.
She just nods. And then she signs. Like, I have a lot of books. I want to keep them.
Okay.
My memory.
You can. I'll see what I can fit in my bag here, and then we'll have somebody come back to get the rest of them, unless you have anything to store them in on your own.
She kind of like blankly for a second looks around because they're downstairs, and she just kind of looks around and she's like, huh. It's kind of like, yeah, she lives here, but yeah, this is still unfamiliar space to her, even though she's literally been here every single day. She doesn't connect to it, and it's clear. And she just walks past some things and then shuffles through a drawer and just pulls out some big fucking bags, and she's just like, points at them, and then signs a lot of books.
He looks at the bags and then looks back at you, and he's just like, okay. Would you mind if you parted with them for just a few days?
Slowly.
Okay. I promise you we will have them all within the next few days. We just need some time to get all of them.
Yeah.
And take them to where we're going. By the way, how are you with sea travel?
Blinks. Drugs.
Well, I suppose we'll find out.
Suppose we shall.
Alright, and assume you pack your stuff and then go with him, yes?
Yeah, she literally doesn't really have anything. She's still not wearing any shoes. She's got these little muddy feet.
My god, okay.
And little socks.
Alright, well, you do that. And that's where we're gonna end your tutorial.
Yee! Oh my goodness. I'm so glad. This music is so fitting for this as well. She gonna get a little pen?
Yeah, you do. It is a 2 of spades.
Yeah! Spade up! Let's go. So what's that? 2 hearts, 2 clubs, a diamond, and a spade.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let's give you some XP now.
What a day. That's beautiful. Full crew, full crew! guess we still can't beat it.
Actually, no. After this week, you can. Okay, 1 automatic, 2 roleplay. I almost gave you 21. Whoops.
Well, I mean, you can if you want.
Nope. Alright, wisdom. Let's see what you do for that.
Goodness me.
I would say. I don't think I'm wisdom.
Sorry, what?
I don't think I'm gonna give you wisdom. The only reason I'm not is because while you did come up with some smart things, you didn't actively change the tide of everything.
Oh, God no, she was a chaotic dumbass throughout the whole thing. Don't worry about that. There was no wisdom involved.
Alright, heroism, I'm giving you that because you actually almost befriended the monster. I'm not even joking.
I wanted to.
I was rolling constantly for this thing to
I could tell.
to not fail, and it was doing good until you showed your claws, quote unquote, and then it turned that into a sign of I'm threatened.
Aww. Next time.
Alright, learning curve. Nahbi, what did you learn?
Oh boy. So, I'm guessing she didn't notice the Cheiron people were so close. And even if she didn't know they were fucking making these things come out of the back door. Goodness, there is a lot that she knows. She's been watching very carefully, so I guess Cheiron's nearby. At least the village is safe, so she knows that there's like a vanguard or such, like Cardians. I don't know. Yeah, he did say Cardians. New friend. The one with the hawk mask, Takara. He is about, but don't trust other hawk masks. Monsters are not really monsters. She realizes that. I mean, they're just there. They exist like she does. They're only bad if something makes them bad. I guess that's what she's thinking right now. And also, boat. Sea travel. This is gonna be interesting. She has no idea what to do with this pin, though. She looks.
What do you want to call this session?
Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know. Anyone got any ideas? I don't know.
Would you like some tea?
Would you like some tea? Oh my goodness.
Honestly, tea time with the Chimera sounds great.
Tea time with the Chimera? Yeah. She keeps trying to offer people tea. No one's fucking taking her up on it, apart from one dude. Yeah, tea time with the Chimera. Wonderful. I'm so pleased.
I have things to add onto creature directory.
Yeah. Would you like some tea? Goodness me. That was fun. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Now I've got shit to throw at you, so you can give me XP for it. I've stashed all the art, man. Oh, good. I'll just throw it in a PM. You can get to it when you have time.
Let it be known that I only introduced one new character this entire session, and that was the Chimera. That was it.
Yeah.
I noticed.
I thought about it long and fucking hard, like, do I add a new character in here? And then I looked back and I'm like, no, Takara can work here. I'll throw him here. Fuck it.
He was.
Elias gets around, man.
Yeah, you ready, boy? You ready?
I think he's been in every tutorial.
No,
Not everyone.
Not everyone.
he's only been in Angie's.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait,
I could have sworn he's been in other.
shows?
He's been in at least 3, hasn't
I
he?
think you're thinking of Elias.
Yeah,
Or
Elias. Elias has been in like 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about Elias.
Elias.
I love how
Elias
we went
shows up
through.
quite a bit.
I love how he went through fucking every option with Nahbi, just like, I'm gonna, like, here. It's like a fucking child. Like, are you hungry? Yes, let me give you food. Oh, you don't want food? Okay.
I don't want that.
food.
I hate macaroni and cheese.
I don't know why she just didn't even look at it. She wanted that chocolate, man. She just ran. She's garbage.
She knows what she wants.
She came here to find Takara, get that fucking the good noms. Go back.
Just letting you know, the stream's still going if you want it to keep going.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
no.
we can end that.
Whee!
You can end it any time.
Okay, cool. Thank you
saying.
all for watching and for chilling out and for
Thank you.
witnessing the final crew member join. I suppose that'll be it. See you on the flip side.